All right, I think we're live. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Central Coast January Online DCM. Thank you for joining us. If you haven't yet, fill out the sign-in sheet. I'll be sending you guys a surf for you guys. And also, I want to see which songs are stuck in your guys' head. Just for a quick icebreaker, let's go through them for those that have signed in. Let's see. Helen Din, Blank Space, Taylor Swift. Everyone knows that song by now. It's always on the radio. Let's see. Love Me Like You Do, Jose. I've never heard that song.
It's gonna be on the 50 Shades of Grey soundtrack.
Can you sing along for us?
Love me like you do, love me like you do. There you go.
Awesome. Okay. Who else? Patrick put the alphabet song. Have you been singing that song to your kid?
Yeah, or one of his toys does.
Let's see.
It's the EDM version though.
Oh God. Let's see. I don't know a lot of these, surprisingly. Oh, I know Uptown Funk, Alex Alexander Kano. I don't know how to pronounce that. Okay, let's move on. So let's get started with the DCM. Let me just screen share. Oh, by the way, I forgot to introduce our guests. We have starting.
Hey, Kevin.
Here. Yeah.
Quick question. Everyone else is viewing this on YouTube, right?
Yeah.
So we have more people than what we have here, right?
Wait, what's up?
We have more people viewing than are shown here in the room, right?
Yeah.
All right, good. All right. All right. Just making sure. All right.
All right. Joining us, we have Patrick. He is our advisor for Central Coast. We also have Michelle from UC Irvine. She is our awards liaison. She's going to be talking a little bit about awards in a bit. We have Jose, our UCSB president. He's going to be helping us with our workshop after our DCM. And we have Helen, our UCSB secretary. She's also going to be joining us and helping us with the workshop. And we also have Matt. Wait, I don't even know how he joined. But I guess he'll be helping us as well, now that you're here. And we also have Christine from Fresno State. She's going to be talking to us about what Fresno State's up to. And we have Andrew from UCSB. He's also going to be helping us with our workshop. So let's go to the Prezi. All right. Present. All right.
Nice.
You guys see that, right? It's good? Um, okay. So first off, oh, come on. All right, club reports. For Cal Lutheran, we have, let me pull up the doc. They have a service event this Saturday. They just got back to school. And because of that service event, they'll unfortunately not be able to make the tree planting service project we have this Saturday as well in Silmar. And I'll talk about that later on too. Fresno City College, they have Club Rush at the end of February. They also have a few service events lined up all the way up until May, including the crab feed, which I've heard is one of their biggest events of the year. And for Fresno State, we'll go to Christine, and she'll fill us in on what they've been up to.
Is working? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't ever use this. So Fresno State has done nothing yet since the semester just started. We had our first general meeting today actually, and we had about like 35 people attend. Let's see. I think towards the end of February, we're going to be doing our elections. So next week we're doing nominations and and a board position workshop. And then we also have I think what we're doing is we're going to be like packaging food and stuff for a certain organization, and then that food gets handed out to like the homeless people or people who are less fortunate. Let's see. Last month we didn't really do anything. We had our not the end of the year, our induction banquet, and then we worked at a Christmas parade for one of our Kiwanis groups, the Old Town Kiwanis. That's about it. We haven't really done much, but we'll be getting jump start soon.
Awesome. Thank you, Christine. And Pepperdine. They've still been struggling a bit in like maintaining a dedicated membership. So I'm trying to put together like a division recruitment event or a DCM at Pepperdine. So that may be happening in March. I just have to see what'll work best for the club, specifically for the university, like see how we should approach this, the schedule of our other activities, make sure it doesn't interfere with anything, and make sure we follow any like school regulations, of course. So like if we need to like fill out any specific paperwork for having other schools visit, then we'll have to, of course, take care of that. So
Did we lose Kevin?
Where'd he go?
Rest in peace.
I think he lagged out. Well then. I hope he knows he lagged out. He's probably talking to himself right now.
Yo, Christine, what's the deal with Fresno State having inductions during like the middle of the day?
Don't ask me.
Okay.
At a decent time, but because it was dead days, it works for most of the students or the people who are being inducted. You know, obviously the more important people. So I guess I don't know, but we didn't have like Kiwanis people show up or anything.
Gotcha.
I'm trying to make them do the end of the year banquet on a Friday at least, because it was on a freaking Thursday. I don't
We
know.
have Kevin back?
can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Oh, sweet. Wait, where
Alive.
did I Off.
You
go.
said you were basically like talking about the meetup at Pepperdine and how
Okay.
you trying to get it going.
Okay. So I'll have to like check in with school regulations, make sure we like follow any rules that they may have for like visiting students, and I also have to make sure um, we like do what'll best recruit members at Pepperdine and make sure we're not like trying stuff that works only at other kinds of universities, because the reason they're having struggles is because their university is a bit different, and um, not members, students are a bit more hard to convince there because there's like other opportunities for them. So we'll have to look into that, and also have to work around any other events we may have, so we can have like the best attendance for most of our clubs, including Santa Barbara, since you guys are close. And with that, we'll move on to Santa Barbara's club report. So, Jose?
All right. Can you guys hear me? Are we Gucci?
Yeah.
All right. Awesome. So since we started school, we hit the ground running. This past Wednesday, it was our 4th general meeting already. So this quarter, our main focus was service, and Matt Chi, along with his service committee, have been doing a great job. They basically filled up every weekend with service. And the great part about that is that we've had a lot of member involvement. So we have like general members chairing these service events. So right now we have like around 3,600 hours, and we're about to reach our goal of 4,000. And we should surpass it considering DLSSP is coming up along with a divisional service event. And so another thing that we've been doing is continuing our service, like our continuous service, like Adopt a Block, which is where we clean up the local college town, and Showers of Blessing, which is another thing we do with the Kiwanis, where it's like a mobile truck that has like showers inside, and homeless people are, they can come and go whenever they want and take a shower and stuff. So we've been doing that. And so another thing that we've been up to is leadership. So last week we had leadership workshops that included A board workshops, an E board workshop, a district and divisional workshop, and then that was leading up to this week's meeting, which was nominations. And we have 19 candidates for 5 positions. So we have 3 for president, 4 for VPA, 4 for VPS, 4 for secretary, and 4 for treasurer. And that's going to lead up to elections, which are going to be this coming Wednesday, which should be a lot of fun because there are some great people running, and I'm really excited. And yeah, that's pretty much what we've been up to this past month, as well as going to the big events that are hosted by various Circle Ks around, like UCLA's Pillow Fight and UCR's K-Rock. So we've been all over the place, which is good because we've been very active.
Hey, Kevin.
Yeah.
I think there's something going on with the presentation. For some reason, what's showing up in the stream is literally just me.
Really?
Yeah. Do you have me highlighted?
No.
Are you sure?
Try clicking off yourself.
Okay.
I'm clicking on the Prezi.
Oh.
How's
You're gonna
that?
be
Is it working?
famous.
I click
Can
screen
somebody
share.
watching the stream please test for us? This is pretty awkward, guys. 20 people are just like staring at my face.
'Cause I put screen share for the window with the Prezi.
Okay.
It's our Google chat that's on there.
All right. Hopefully that solved it. I'll turn off my camera for now, just in case.
Do you have a slideshow up? Because it's only showing our Google chat.
Yeah,
Um,
it's showing our.
Is it showing it now? There's like a 30-second delay, so.
Yeah, dude, that is a huge delay. But oh well, go on.
I think it should be showing now. Hopefully.
You good? Yeah. Okay, we're good. We're good.
Okay, cool. Sorry
Make your
about
screen
that.
bigger.
Okay. Okay, so the elections sound like they're going to be pretty awesome, Jose. You guys should definitely live stream that. I kind of want to see how that goes down.
I don't know if you want to be there for like 4 hours.
Of course I do. Come on.
But I mean, we'll see what we do.
Okay. So thank you, Jose, for that report. We're going to move on to Merced. I got the report right here. So we just had our first general meeting yesterday. We had members go out to Kiwana's 100th anniversary dinner, and we also had we have a PTP doll event this Saturday because we weren't able to. Some members weren't able to travel to down south.
Oh, yeah,
So we
Fresno
got-
State's going that too.
Yeah. Oh wait, really?
Yeah, we just decided it literally like 4 hours ago at our own meeting.
Okay.
So
Cool.
probably like 10, 15 of us will be there.
All right, sounds awesome. And we are also going to volunteer for a bike race next Saturday. And we are trying to get interclub council funding to be able to go send a bunch of members to decon. And we're also getting a budget ready for the next term. That way we won't have to deal with having to pass proposals and bills to get money. We'll just get a set budget for the whole year and take it out whenever we want. And that'll be awesome. So look forward to see how that goes. And that concludes our club reports. So we'll move on to my LTD report. So we got a few exciting things going on, including potential charters. I've been in contact with some Kiwanians about chartering clubs at Ventura College and Taft College. And recently I designed a flyer for Taft College's Club Rush. And the Kiwanian that went there and talked to students, he said there was over 40 signups, so that's a good start. And he also invited me to their DCM in February in Bakersfield. It's on a Thursday, so I'm not sure how easy it'll be for me to get there, but I will try, and I'll see if I can educate the potential new members about Circle K and get them excited about chartering club. And and in case you guys don't know where Taft College is, it's about dead center between Santa Barbara and Bakersfield, I think. Anyway, so yeah, I'm excited to keep in contact with the Kiwanians and hopefully get 2 more clubs chartered. And I've also been planning and budgeting on my travels. So I looked at everything going on in February, and it looks like I'll be traveling each weekend. And I've been trying to find out the best way to save money so I could do more travels and do more Circle K stuff and save money for non-Circle K stuff as well, because we have district board meeting first weekend of February, DLSSPs, candidate education sessions, and of course our monthly DCM. So yeah, if you guys want to keep up with all the latest plans, you should check out our MailChimp emails. I started sending them again. I sent the one this morning, and I'll be sending them weekly with the latest updates of our division and district, so you guys can keep up to date with everything. And on to district updates. Decon is coming sooner than you think, and registration is open. Right now, early registration is $126, with hotel being $109 plus tax per night, but you can split it between 4 members, so you're basically paying about half of that. Make sure to pay attention to how your club is collecting the registration money, so you can stay on top of that and make it to our biggest event of the year. We'll be celebrating the end of an awesome year for our division. We'll be getting awards for all the cool stuff our clubs have done, and we'll be seeing the election of our future district leaders. So make sure to pay attention to that. And if you want to help publicize Decon for members that are new or just contribute to the excitement of Decon, you should definitely check out our Decon overlays. All you have to do is email deconslideshows@gmail.com and send them your name, a beautiful picture of yourself, your school, and a quote on why you're going to Decon. So yeah, get yourself one of these awesome overlays. And a major part of Decon is getting awards, as I mentioned, but in order to qualify for these awards, you need to apply for them. So we have our awards liaison, Michelle, here to talk to us about awards.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. So hi everyone, as Kevin said, I'm Michelle and I go to UC Irvine and I am your district awards liaison. And I just wanted to let you know that we will be hosting joint office hours with Paradise and Metro divisions, our divisional buddies, next Wednesday, February 4th from 9 to 10. It's most likely going to be on Zoom, which is like another webcam app. I'm going to be a little late to the office hours, but Joran from Paradise and Johnny from Metro Division, they're going to be there starting at 9. So if you have any questions and I'm not there, you can definitely ask them. And if those office hours don't work out for you, you can definitely email me. My email is in the for the DCM. Facebook me on, or Facebook message me with any questions, small or big, about the awards process. And just a couple reminders on deadlines. Your awards have to be mailed in to Rancho Cucamonga, the district office, by Wednesday, March 4th. And for the and doing the oratorical contest, this year it has changed a little bit. So what's going to happen is all the applicants interested in the oratorical contest, you're going to be submitting your application via email to Byron Montilla and Jennifer Quay, I believe, by March 4th. And how that works is you're going to make a little video performing your speech, and then Byron and Jennifer will look through all the submissions, and I don't know the exact number of people who get, it's kind of like a screening process sort of. You're going to go through that first email process, and then a certain amount of applicants will be chosen to perform their speeches for the clients at Decon. So that's the little change that happened this year with the oratorical contest. And as usual, the Spirit Award and Scrapbook Awards are due on site Friday of Decon, so definitely start on those. And yeah, I'm open to any questions you might have or any feedback about anything any of your schools might need from me as your liaison. So definitely contact me if you have any questions or concerns. And other than that, hope you guys have a slash semester. Thanks.
All right, cool. Thanks, Michelle. So yeah, make sure to check our Facebook page for those office hours. I'll also include that in our division update so you guys can remember. And let's move on to upcoming events. So first, we have our February district board meeting, and that is on February 8th. And at this meeting, we'll be discussing and voting on proposals such as our district fundraising initiatives and service initiatives for the next year, as well as spring training conference proposals on like location and registration, all that stuff. And right after the board meeting, we have our candidate education sessions south. So at these sessions, you'll learn a bit about district board, both elected board and appointed board. So this is to like further encourage people that are interested in either running for an elected position at DCON or applying for an appointed position following DCON. If you're like have any interest at all, you should definitely check it out, and it'll like kind of alleviate any doubt you may have about running or applying, and it'll also give you a little bit more confidence. So because you'll be more well prepared, you'll know what'll exactly be going down at DCON for elections, because it can be a little nerve-wracking, especially if you're not entirely sure what's going on. I can speak from experience. It's pretty intense, like talking to your fellow members about the future of your division. So yeah, check those out if you're interested at all in district board or just want to learn a little bit more. And so yeah, that'll be south right after district board meeting. North will be on February 15th. I'll update you guys on the location. I couldn't find the email with all the information about that, so as soon as I find it or get the information again, we'll put it in our division updates. But south will be at the same place as D-board meeting at the Kiwanis office in Rancho Cucamonga. So yeah, check those out. We also have DLSSP North and South, and that is on, North will be on Valentine's Day, the 14th in Oakland. And I will be sure to bring you guys something because, as I mentioned in our division update, you guys are all my Valentines. And for South, it will be in Riverside on the 22nd. Registration for these are $5, and you need to have that sent in by the end of next week. So make sure you know when your club is collecting the money. For instance, Merced is collecting it. The last day to collect it is on Tuesday. After that, they're going to mail it, and you won't be able to register. So yeah, double check with your club on that, and make sure you go and support our district service chair, who is from our own division, Kelly from UCASB. And this Saturday, we have our Central Coast tree planting at Sylmar. And so originally, this was going to be a joint service project with Foothill, with our South clubs, but some scheduling conflicts came up, so now it's just us. So yeah, but in order to like commit to our promise, we decided to keep it, and that way we wouldn't burden the organization, treat people with having to like bail out on them. So yeah, thank you to those who are attending, and I hope you guys have fun. And also, if you guys did not get a chance to buy one of our division shirts before FTC, you have another chance to buy one before DCon. And the price is still the same, 15 bucks. And right now we have a few pre-orders, but we need some more so we can get like that minimum order requirement so we can get that same price. So if you guys did not order a t-shirt last time, you should definitely get one. They're awesome and everyone loves them. So, and the original deadline was, I believe, next Friday, but seeing how it's really early before DCon and it only takes about 2 weeks for them to print, I'll be extending that till a bit later so you guys can have more time to pre-order them if right now is a bit too soon for you. And next DCMs. There are still 3 DCMs that I will be planning, even though my term will end in March. So for those that aren't familiar, we at Central Coast and our North Neighbors Capital, we like to do a tradition where we do a joint DCM, that's a transition DCM for our new LTGs. And that will be tentatively on April 18th. We have an awesome service project and location. And as soon as I get some confirmation, I'll start publicizing it to you guys. I'm really excited, and I really want to make it like the biggest C-Cube ever. And I'll also be trying to get other northern divisions to come. And I will be including more info of that in our division updates as I get it. But before that, we also have our February DCM, and that is tentatively at UC Santa Barbara. And as soon as I confirm my travel, I will confirm that date, and that will be in hopefully by the next week. That way we can get like locations and activities set up. And in March, we'll be having another DCM in our SoCal clubs. And as I mentioned before, that will most likely be at Pepperdine, so we can help them recruit and have like a better foundation for them to continue on as a club. So I'll keep you guys updated on that in the coming weeks. But that is our last 3 DCMs, or the last 3 DCMs that I will be hosting. And after that, someone else will be taking over. And that concludes our DCM portion of tonight. And we'll be continuing with our workshop on having more awesome general meetings. And all right. So this is our awesome general meetings workshop, and our co-host, Andrew, oh, I misspelled your name.
Thanks, Kevin.
Howlett, and Jose. And everyone else will hang out.
Hey guys, I'm gonna take off. Good night, everyone.
Bye. Good night.
Bye, Patrick.
It's
Good luck with
way
the
too
ABC
way
song.
past my bedtime. All right, see you guys. Good DCM, Kevin.
Good night, Patrick. Okay. So let's start off with the goals of the meeting. So the first thing that most people think of when planning a general meeting is we got to inform members about everything that's going on. And yes, that's a perfect goal of the meeting. But there's also a little bit more you can do. You can be, the goal of the meeting could be to engage and to inspire members. So in order to do that, we're going to have to do a little bit more than just plan all the little events and information that members need to know, and go a bit beyond that and think about what will capture their interests and why should members keep on attending these meetings. Okay, so engagement. First thing we got to focus on for keeping our audience engaged is showing them your passion. So why is your meeting important, and why does it matter to members? If you want your members to be excited about your meeting, then you have to be excited as well. You can't expect members to automatically be excited about things. You gotta show them that you'll be excited as well. And one thing to keep things exciting is to be creative and experiment a little on your structure. And I'll be showing you guys a bit about structure in a bit, as well as our co-host. So what are some engaging ideas?
Wait, Kevin, before you go, your Prezi isn't showing. Screen share your Prezi.
Again?
Come on, Kevin.
Okay.
You got this.
Okay, is it working?
Yep, you're good.
Sweet. Let me get back in here. Okay, so these are some stuff that our clubs have tried, including Santa Barbara. They've had awesome success keeping meetings very interesting and engaging for members and keeping high attendance. So that's why I asked some of our Santa Barbara friends to co-host this workshop. So meeting themes. This is like one of the easiest things you can do to keep meetings interesting, because for one, you're letting members unleash their creativity. And even like the simplest things can just get a member to go super beyond what is asked of the theme. And one thing you can do to like get people really excited about this is when you're announcing them, show them the theme. Because sometimes like some of our members may be shy, some of our clubs are full of like new members that may be afraid to try new things. So be the example, be the leading example when you're trying to show them what you want to see at these next meetings. And I'm going to call on our Santa Barbara people to comment on what kind of themes they've had.
Ooh, that's a fun one. Okay, Helen, you got this.
What? Holiday.
Jose, you muted your mic.
Hello.
Okay, there we go.
Okay. So when there's a holiday, we always do the holiday theme. So like Halloween, Christmas, and then for this upcoming week, since we're having elections, we are doing a business attire theme. So we kind of go with whatever is going on in that month, or whatever is happening at that meeting. Like this past meeting, we went to Zoto's, which is a bowling alley, and they had cosmic bowling, so our theme was like neon white colors, so they would like glow under the black light. So if you're ever having trouble thinking of a theme, just think about what holidays are coming up, or like
what comes to mind when you think about that month, or what events your club personally has going on?
We've had some interesting themes, I guess. Like we've had, like 2 weeks ago, everyone dressed as lumberjacks, so everyone just like put on flannels and beanies, boots, stuff like that. Earlier this quarter, I think we had Scrabble theme. Was it this quarter or last quarter? Well, either way, basically for Scrabble theme, like everyone came dressed as a letter, and then people formed words together, and it was pretty fun. So there's that.
What kind of, have you guys like had any struggles when like picking themes that you didn't expect?
So what we usually do when we pick out a theme is we kind of just brainstorm a bunch of themes, and we would come up with really random ones, or it just really depends what your like board comes up with. And then from then on, we like narrow it down. We like take away like inappropriate themes, or like themes that might like offend people. So we kind of just narrow down like a huge list that we have, and we just go on from there. And then I mean, some ideas for like your themes as well could be like, for example, in October we did like a pink day for like breast cancer awareness. So just kind of like do your research on like what's going on in that month, or what that month like represents. So like for example, next month is President's Day weekend, so you could do something along those lines. But it's like a theme like that that would be pretty hard though, because I mean, how do you dress up like a president? But that's how we normally do it, and it tends to work out. And then we also have like input from members as well, like what themes they'd like to see, and then we try to incorporate them into the club as well.
Cool. And one thing also I wanted to add is this picking themes for your meetings can also be a pretty easy way to publicize your club. Because just imagine like seeing a group of people like all dressed for something, like all dressed like Andrew said, with letters on their shirts or whatever. Like you're gonna wonder like who the heck are those guys? You're gonna probably think about Circle K every time you see people like in groups dressed as like one theme. So it's a pretty cool way to advertise your club.
Another thing is like our club does raffles every meeting, so if you dress up, we give them an extra raffle ticket. So that's another incentive to get people to get more into the theme thing.
All right. So,
Awkward silence.
sorry about that. Next up, another thing to spice up your general meetings is including service projects in workshops. This is an easy way to not only educate members, but you'll also be boosting your service hours. So maybe sometimes you'll have members that are like really hesitant about going to service projects, but they'll attend the meetings, they just won't go to events. But if you bring the service to the meeting, then you'll be getting more service hours. And if you have your members coming up to do workshops, you'll also be earning them MRP points. So there's a lot of pros about doing service and workshops during or after your general meetings. So back to our Santa Barbara friends, what can you guys suggest about doing workshops?
Okay, so one thing we do this year this quarter, the past 2 quarters, we incorporate doing workshops. So what we do though is we have a general meeting like normal, and since workshops are kind of hard for people to go to because like I guess it just doesn't pique their interest that much, what we do is we take advantage of people already going to meetings, and then we have our workshop right after. So they're not like really forced to stay there for the workshop, but since people are already there, they usually just stay. So for example, 2 of our general members actually just hosted a spirit workshop back in fall, and it went pretty well because we had a pretty good turnout, and like the people who did stay, like they were really into it. And then last week we had an e-board workshop right after our general meeting, so it's just kind of like a good way to get your attendance up when you normally would have like a really hard time to like get these workshops out there to the people, you know. As for service projects though, we haven't done any during general meetings, but because it does require a lot of materials for us because, you know, there is a large turnout now, so it would be pretty hard for us. But for example, for smaller clubs, they could totally like just have a part, like instead of having a general meeting, like a normal general meeting, they just do like PTP dollars or something like that. But yeah, it's just my 2 cents on that.
Or like I was thinking also, for smaller clubs, like you said about service projects, they could probably get materials together to build care packages for, I don't know, the military, and just do that. That's always a fun event to do. So, yeah.
Cool. Anything else you guys want to share about workshops?
Well, another thing you could do is probably instead of having like a full-on workshop, is just having like little tidbits of information sprinkled throughout your meeting. So, for example, back in the days when we were teaching our new members about like the BF5, we would put like certain information that you normally would save for a workshop, and we would incorporate it into our general meeting. So like people get informed as well as have like the rest of the resources that are provided at a general meeting. And it just like I guess just putting little bits of information throughout like your whole meetings just makes it easier to absorb the information because you're not just like getting smacked in the face with all this information, you know. So it's better for the members, and I feel like they retain more information that way as well.
What have been your guys' like most well-received like workshop topics so far?
Well, I'd say our largest attendance for workshops was probably for the Spirit ones and our past leadership workshops. Those like usually have the most attendance. But there was a lot of interest. We actually just had a workshop today about how to use DSLR cameras, and like a lot of people want to learn more about that. So just interesting things like that that don't even have to do with Circle K are always an option for you to do, you know. One thing that I'm trying to get some of our members to do is have like a swimming workshop, you know, for the people who don't know how to swim. And we do have like a lot of swimmers in the club, so I'm trying to like push them on to like do a workshop like that because it's just like out of the ordinary, and it might pique some other people's interest, you know, to join the club.
Tracy, shout out.
Shout out to my swimmers in the club.
Hey.
Cool. Maybe I'll go to that workshop because I can't swim. All right. So let's move on to socials. So socials can be as simple as bringing food to meetings. Like for instance, at the UC Merced meeting yesterday, we had pizza. The board brought pizza to the meeting, and it was delicious. And it kept people there because like people were grabbing pizza after the meeting, so they were still there. Yeah, it just worked to keep people together and talking. But to go a little bit beyond that, you can like play various spontaneous games. Like you could put icebreakers like in the middle of the meeting, scatter a bunch of them. Like when you have like not a lot of stuff to present to the members, you can just scatter a bunch of random games throughout the meeting. I did that a couple times. It was pretty fun. You could also go to school events together, and for instance, sometimes after general meetings, there's like a movie showing on campus. You guys can all go stand in line together and watch the movie together, stuff like that. I think Santa Barbara's had a lot of socials, or at least from what I can tell from their MRFs and Facebook page. So why don't you guys tell us something about that?
Well, you want to talk about it, Zay?
You can go ahead.
Well,
You can
okay.
go for
Well,
it.
the first thing that came to mind, like Helen said earlier, we have. I mean, if this is talking about post or during meetings or after meetings, once a month or a quarter, yeah, quarter, we have or a month, we have a Zoto social where after the meeting, we all take everybody to go bowling and then get some in and out after, and that's always a huge attraction. That almost always gets a pretty big turnout, and it gives the members not only an incentive to attend the meeting, but also something to look forward to at the end of it. So, yeah.
Yeah. And then, I mean, another simpler, like a way simpler thing to do is that we do, and we try to emphasize is like after our meetings adjourn, we encourage people to just hang out after the meeting. And Drewby has become very handy in this situations because he has really big speakers. So like all we do is play music, and it turns into like a little mini rave, that gets people going, and it just like provides a really good atmosphere for people to just socialize. So just doing that, like playing music before or after a meeting, will help people like ease up a bit and just I guess get in the mood to like just talk to other people, or like it's just a very happy mood basically. So just small things like that make a difference.
Cool. So, is there like an example of a social you guys are maybe planning for your club?
Valentine's Day social.
Mm, One of our big socials that we're trying to get going this quarter is we're trying to get a murder mystery mocktail with our Kiwanians. Um, so our plan is to basically ask one of our Kiwanians to let us borrow his house, basically, because he has a really nice house that we use for like picnics and stuff. So we're probably gonna borrow his house, and we're gonna have Kiwanians and our members intermingle and kind of figure out like it's kind of like a really big game of Clue, with like you talk to people and try to figure out the mystery, and you dress nice, and we'll have like uh, food and drinks and stuff like that. So something for the members to look out for. So that's one of our bigger socials that we're trying to get going. And another thing is like you don't need big socials to get people interested. Like a simple game night where you just bring like a Wii to a very I don't know like a dorm room or something like that, and have people come out and play. Like things like that usually get people very excited too.
Cool. All right. And I just want to like backtrack a little bit. So back to the workshops. I forgot to mention that I included something in the description box. You guys should definitely check it out. That it is a presentation on the history of Kiwanis. It was given to me by the president of our sponsor club, and it's really interesting. It has a lot of history, and you guys can definitely use that for like mini workshop. It even has a little bit of history about Circle K in there, so you guys can also include that. And yeah, just click on the link and download it, and you guys can free to use it. And so in order to bring up these ideas, like maybe you'll have an idea for your specific club. Maybe you're not a board member, so it might be a little hard for you to get the idea across. So make sure you try to attend like open board meetings so you can try to suggest these ideas. If your board is like maybe struggling with that, you can be of great help to them, or maybe even try to make an end of the meeting announcement. A lot of clubs run a little bit differently, but at the end of my meetings, like I would ask if there are any other announcements. So maybe that would be a good chance to like step up and say, hey, next week we should all come dressed as I'll just keep referring to that one example, Scrabble letters, because I can't think of anything else right now. So yeah, and also like going back to the beginning, you're going to need to gather excitement. So you have to be as inclusive as possible. You need to be open-minded and make sure you're getting like the feel of how everyone else is accepting these ideas, because you got to remember that you're not the only one that's gonna like be going along with these themes. Your whole club has to like be excited and agree about these themes. So you got to make sure you're talking to other members and make sure this is something your whole club is gonna want and not just a small group of your club. Do you guys have anything to add about bringing up ideas if you're a general member?
Let's see. One thing that we used to do, we don't do it anymore though, was at the end of the meeting we had a suggestion jar or box, and then we just leave it out there for members to put any suggestions they want to see in the general meetings or any events they want to do. We took it off though because it wasn't like the most effective way though. So right now though, like all we basically do is like, I mean, we always announce that general members can always talk to us about anything they want to see, and we have had like about 2 open board meetings already this month, so they're always welcome to come in and join us and like give us any of their ideas that they want.
As far as like the part about gathering excitement, one thing that we did as a board when we first came to term was we each tried to pick one new member that we saw out in the audience during the first general meeting, and we would try to get to know that person, and that taught us all to step out of our comfort zone a bit and try to connect more with the general members. And eventually, I think it was pretty effective because all of us, everybody on board, I would say, grew in being more personable and being more approachable. And as a board member, that is a very key trait to have. And in order to get, I mean, Circle K is a club where you get what you put into it, and you want your members to experience that I guess that phenomenon as well. So make them feel welcome, make them feel like they can put what they want into it, and so they can get the most out of it.
Awesome. Thanks, guys. And we kind of went over this in the other small sections, but do you guys have anything to add about how to make sure you're having like an active discussion within your board about keeping meetings interesting?
I don't know. I mean, when we plan general meetings, everything's open for everyone to like give their input. So, for example, if anyone has a new idea that they want to incorporate into the meeting, we like talk about it as a board, and we come to a conclusion whether it would be something the members would want to see or something that would improve the general meetings. But we are like always open to any ideas that anyone has, like even general members. So that's basically like, I guess, my best advice to having like interesting general meetings is just getting input from everyone and like having like all these ideas put into one general meeting so that you can please, like, I mean, you're not going to please everyone because some people are always going to be bored at a general meeting, but your goal is to please as many people as you can. So like with having like all these different ideas in a general meeting, you're bound to please more people than if you just basically come up with the ideas yourself, or like just e-board came up with the ideas and then you just ran with that. And I think, yeah, that's. Are you still there, Kevin? Did you like die?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, just having an open floor for general meetings is basically the best thing to do because you get so much input from everyone.
Sorry. Wait. thank you guys for attending, and thank you for our co-hosts. This concludes our January DCM, and as I mentioned, we will be having a tentative DCM at Santa Barbara on the 28th, and our March DCM will most likely be in Pepperdine to help them with recruitment, and our April DCM will tentatively be on the 18th, and that as well is going to be C Cubed, which is our joint service social DCM with Capital. So look forward to that. I'll be sending more stuff in the division updates as stuff gets confirmed. And yes, for the division update, I got the links in the description for everything we discussed from the DCM to the workshops. So check it out if you need anything. And that's it. We're done. Thank you for coming.
All right.
Surf by tomorrow morning.
Okay. Okay then. Bye everyone. Shout
Later.
out to my club members. Love you guys. And to everyone else, I guess.
Thanks for coming, everybody.
Bye.